Hey, welcome back to RC Legends. So this is part three. Yeah, part three of the Kyosho Turbo Optima build. This is a display car only, so I've tried to make it look as good as possible. Not that it doesn't in standard kit form. So in the first video, should you be interested, we built the full chassis and it was lovely. In the second video, we added the upgrades, which are these gold alloy sidebars, gold wheels, Marwan reproduction tyres of the original Kyosho OT 660s, and gold wheel nuts. It's a must. So yeah, in this, it's now about doing the body shell. This one, obviously it's not cut out yet. So yeah, I'm unsure about this. When I first got the car, I think I googled something and I saw a picture of it, similar to what I'm going to do, completely different colours, and I thought, yeah, that works. So, well, I might as well tell you. So the shell's going to be all white, so there's no fancy masking to do, which is cool. But I bought two sets of gold decals for it. So I've had the standard Turbo Optima decals done in gold, but I've also had the Turbo Optima Mid decals done in gold. And the idea is the Optima Mid, the big block patterns it's in thick gold. So I'm going to do that design on this car because it fits this shell really well. Not the first to do it. There is a picture of a yellow and blue one on Google. Don't know who did it, but it looks fantastic. So that's where I got the idea from. But obviously I want to do mine in white and gold. And in the big blocks of gold, I'll try to use the original kit decals for the black writing, and we'll fit that on top of the gold decals. That's my thinking anyway, but this is definitely a suck it and see. Yeah, I'm curious right now. I'm looking at it. I'm really curious what I'm going to be thinking at the end of this video. Am I going to be kicking myself for not going box art, or am I going to go, do you know what, that actually works, and give myself a pat on the back? I don't know. Anyway, first protocol is we'll cut the body out, so let's get the camera set up and let's get cracking. Right, that's it. So first process to get this cut out, which got some fiddly bits here for the rear shocks and a little bit on the front. Right, let's get it cut out. Right, that's it cut out, and it's had a quick sand. A little bit of a pain to do in certain areas. But yeah, let's mount it on the car. Oh my, that's looking rather good. Wow. Yeah. So, something I've just learned. Big shout out to Owen at Revive RC. He's now does Turbo Optima under tray, and I had completely planned to fit that, but now looking at the gold bars I've put on, don't think that's going to allow me to do that. So I'll do that in a separate video where I'll have to take the side bars off, and then I can put the full under tray on and seal the whole chassis. That also now might change my mind whether I'm going to run it or not, because now I can seal all the bottom up. Then yeah, may well do that. So I definitely won't be able to do the under tray in this video. The bottom of the shell sits actually on the frame at either side, but that's down on the body locations. I'll tell you what, you don't even need to paint it, do you? I mean, I know that's got the protective film on still, but you could give it another sanding, take the protective film off, and just put it in the display cabinet like that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Wowza. Right, I'll get back into the box. I know we've got maskings for all the box art paint, so I'm pretty sure we'll have window masks. So let's dig those out next. In fact, excuse me, what I'll do first, I'll clean all the body, I'll give it another sanding, and then I'll get the masks on. Right, that's the window masks on. That was fiddly. That's really adhesive masking from Kyosho. Makes it a little bit more difficult if you're not quite in the correct position. But yeah, you get the idea. Very cool indeed. Yeah, that's awesome. Right, I'm going to give it its final clean, and then I'll go warm the PS1 up, and we'll layer it up slowly. It's quite a hot day today, so I'll get it baking in the sun. So I'll come back when it's painted. Right, paint is on. That was about 4 coats. Really hot outside, so it went on really well. Masking so far, window masks look okay, don't see any bleeding. You can see all my touch up areas now where I need to sand a little bit more, but yeah, you get the idea. So what I'll do now is we'll leave this to go hard. It's dry, but we'll let it harden, and I'll dig out, stop rattling, I'll dig out the decals and I'll go through that with you. Right, so here's where it's going to get interesting. So I had 2 sheets of decals made by MCI in the gold. Now, first one was the original Turbo Optima decal sheet that it had. Not going to use a great deal of that. I don't even know what I'm going to use. Definitely, or hopefully, the numbers and the Turbo Optima. There's a few little logos and stuff that I may use as well. And interestingly, it's got the gold netting. I may use that. I was thinking of using the kit decals because obviously that's black. But looking at the decals, I'll show you them. It's got a smoked effect underneath it. So yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so I can't really use the black ones, so I'll put the gold on, but it may look pants, I don't know. So that's that sheet, and then as I said, for the block pattern, I got a sheet of Turbo Optima mid decals, and it's for these bits, these big large blocks. So the plan is, hopefully, let me get some more decals out. Plan is full block effect on the body first of all, and the window netting, the sort of Turbo Optima and numbers in bits. But from the actual sheet, I want to be using some of the black writing. There's not a great deal of it though. I'll have to see how that goes. I did think there was more black on it. There's another sheet, but that hasn't got anything either. Okay. I might have to use line tape on the canopy as well, if I want to get like a black separation. I don't know. Just noticed I've got some tyre decals there, Sand Supers. They'll come handy in the future. So yeah, did think we had more of the black writing. Just looking what we can use. There's 4-wheel drive powered by Le Mans. Could get that down either side. Maybe a car shot. Anyway, this one's going to be a suck it and see as always. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll cut all these block patterns out now. By the time I've done that, we can probably take the masking off the shell and take the protective film off of it. Right, so that's all the block pattern decals cut out. And remember, these are not shaped to fit this shell properly. So it's definitely going to be a suck it and see. It's going to be quite time consuming, I would imagine. Anyway, let's get back to the shell. Right, that's turned out well. So obviously the masking's off the canopy. All looks decent enough. Protective film's off now. I've got a bit of sanding around here to do. But all in all, I know it was an easy paint job, but yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Oh dear, this is going to honestly be a mission. I am slightly dreading this, to be honest. Right, I'll try to tidy that up a little bit, and then I think what I'm going to do, there's 2 bars that go on the roof. I'll dig them. It's got to be these. I don't know which way they're going to go, but let me get the other. Sorry, I should have been organised for you, shouldn't I? I'm not too sure, but I think it's those bars. Maybe it's not. I don't know. That's going to go something like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to also cut the window netting out and fit them on the sides first, and probably work down until I get to, once I got that done, then we can have a look at this big bertha here, because that looks like it's going to have to wrap around. And then there's a big fold. Yeah, that one's going to be fun. Anyway, let's make a start. Right then, that was squeaky bum time. That was horrible. I'm really liking it. My early indications are really positive for my personal taste. Really like it. It's funny, the gold makes it look like some of the decals aren't down, but they actually are. It's just because of the way it's curving. I'm actually really liking the gold window nets. They work. And this, yeah, I like it. I had to cut it had a four-wheel, let me get it, it's here, 4-wheel drive in gold, and that was on there, but I didn't want it at an angle, so I've cut those off for now. And the other side, just to say, that's as far as I've got at the moment. But yeah, you get the gist of it. Oops. Yeah, really happy with that. So now I'll crack on. Again, no idea. I'll get a few more of the blocks on and then I'll come back. Right then, this one's turned into a right mission. So that's all the Optima, or the Turbo Optima mid block decals, excuse me, that I wanted on. Yeah, really happy with it. Really happy with it. It looks a little bit messy at front end because obviously it can't go straight because of the shock towers. But obviously, if you imagine when it shells on the car, that's kind of not seen. But yeah, I think all in all, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I like it. I don't know how it's looking on the bigger screen, but on my little camera screen I'm looking at, it doesn't look that gold, but I can assure you in good light it really is. Yeah, very happy with that. So that's the hard bit out the way, thank goodness. So now I'm just going to mess around with the other decals and figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, I've no idea, but this is the fun bit. And that, my friends, is what I've decided on. I went away from what I was originally doing. I was going to use black writing on top of the gold decals, but I don't know, I cut a couple of decals out and set it on top, and I don't know if it needed an extra colour, but I also understand that there quite possibly is too much gold on there now. I don't know. I do like it. I definitely like it. It's an eyeful for sure. And obviously in the right light, that gold, it pops. Yeah, I do like it. It's funny that I changed my mind actually halfway through and I went kind of all gold. It's I think it's pretty cool. Let's stick it on the car. Right, and that's it. I imagine my first impressions are this could be a little bit Marmite for people. I think some will love it, some will hate it. I like it. I do like it, but I think it's about getting it in the right light. And we've also got 3 different colours of gold, which is never good. So you got the chassis colour, then the gold wheels, and then the gold decals, all 3 being different shades, which is obviously not ideal. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's not bad at all. I bet it'll look really nice in the cabinet with that lighting on, because this has got a very this lighting's, what do you call it, a very cold white or whatever it's called, very brilliant white, whereas if you put like a warm white on it, the gold will liven up a little bit. Yeah, I like it. See if I can bring camera down a little bit. Tell you what, let me just fold this up. And then, oh my goodness me, right. Let's bring that. So, as always, you'll have to let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just going to stick it in the cabinet with that different lighting. I think I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, it certainly pops more in there. Kind of gets golder the more light you get on it. Let's whiz it outside in the sunlight. Right, I can hardly see it myself, the sun's that bright. I think I've got that in camera. Sorry for the noise if it's loud. That might be better. It's certainly not a bad thing. And she's done. And I don't want to get too negative because I get accused a lot of being my own worst critic, and I get that. It's not a terrible thing. I get it. It's okay. But another thing that happens to me is I'll go sit and stare at it for the next 24 hours. I'll put it somewhere where I can constantly see it, and it might make me do some changes, or it might actually grow on me more. That does happen. Yeah, it's just not what I expected it to be. I think the 3 different colour shades of gold just kills it, in my opinion. You got the beautiful chassis gold, which is gorgeous, and then obviously the wheel gold, which I honestly don't like now. Every time I look at it now, it's really turning me off. And then the decal gold, which is it's almost beige. I don't know. Do you know what's odd? If you take the shell off and you just sit the shell and have a look at the shell, it looks gorgeous. Just the white and gold, the shell looks mint. Same with the chassis. You put the chassis there, looks gorgeous, even with these wheels. But you put the shell on the chassis, and for me, it just loses its wow factor. I also think that the white kit wheels would probably make it look better than these gold alloy ones. I'm not going to try that because I'd have to take these tyres off, and that's going to, because I'm bending the rubber, all the tyre rating's going to crack, and I'd have to redo it all just to try the white wheels, so I probably won't bother doing that. But I probably will in the future. I think the white wheels would liven the car up again. I don't know. Leave in the comments what you think, my friends. I thought I saw a spider running. I was like, I don't like spiders. Yeah, leave in the comments what you think. You know, it's not terrible, I know that. It's just the idea I had at the 2-3 months ago for this car, and it all came together with the chassis. It was like, yeah, love the standard chassis. Then put the upgrade sidebars on, and you know, I loved it. Wheels, they're grating on me now. I must admit, they are grating on me. But that's just the colour they are, that's it. And today when I started this body shell, you know, I cut it, when I got it all white, and you could properly see the shape of it then. And then I just started to put the odd decal on. I was like, yeah, that white and gold is going to work. And the more and more I put on it, I kind of liked it. So it's not the decaling that puts me off. The the Turbo Optima made block decals, they 100% work for me. Put that shell on a different chassis where it hasn't got a ton of gold on it. Like if I sat that chassis on the Javelin and put the Turbo Optima white wheels on, I think it would look tons better. Might have to try that actually one day. Anyway, as I say, I'll go away and stare at it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Any improvements? What you would have done differently? Don't say box art. Brad, if you're watching, don't say it has to be box art. It's too late. Anyway, bit deflated, but you win some, you lose some, don't you, in this hobby? Anyway, I'll shut up. So if you've made it to the end of the video, thanks so much. If you're new to this channel, if you could maybe please consider liking and subscribing, which helps support us, and give us a like. Leave us a comment, let me know what you think. If you do all that, turn notifications on, and then you'll get notified of our weekly videos. That would be awesome. And as always, my friends, happy RCing.